Hey everyone, welcome to this unplanned live stream. This was me just playing with some things and then realizing I should just learn this while anyone else could watch and see the process. I'm fairly new to Sidero Labs and I've used omnicontrol for a total of 3 days now to play with things, and I'm learning more and more about it. And so I wanted to just start learning this with you, and we're just going to walk through some things and figure out what it does. So yeah, that's kind of the exciting part, because sometimes it's just nice to play with things and see what they do. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull in my screen. Actually, I forgot to share my screen. Let's see. We'll share this and we will pull it into the stage. There we go. I also got a tiny pilot after my last live stream was kind of a disaster with trying to let you see my screen. I was doing some fun inputs on my iPad and then joining my iPad to StreamYard to try to make it stream things. And I realized that, you know what, like a KVM, like that's what it's built for. And the tiny pilot is kind of a good solution for that. So we're just using a tiny pilot now. And look, it already looks better than the last one. So this is my node, my Talos node. It's actually it's still right here behind me, if I can point to it correctly. It's just a single node, quote unquote, cluster. It's running the Kubernetes API, and this one specifically is attached into Omni. And so I have Omni running here. If I could zoom that a little bit for you. Is it not? Okay, maybe I can't zoom it right now. Go. Little more. There you go. Keyboard shortcuts are fun. So yeah, so here's the one cluster. It's running. It has a control plane. I don't even think I made any patches to make it run workloads. That's not really what I'm worried about right now. Some of the things I want to do is just figure out how the command line for Omni works. And so if we look here on the home screen of Omni, we'll see that we have Talos config, Talos control for the command line, Omni config, and Omni control. And those are different things. And Talos config, those are going to control the OS itself, and Omni control and Omni config are going to manage the cluster resources, or what you see here in Omni to some extent. And so that's one of the things that I want to understand and play with a little more of how that works. And so I have both installed. I think I might need to export my let's see if I can. No, let's do. Actually, I'm going to pull this off just in case I had anything that I exported recently. Export. I don't think I do. Clusters. Oh, my key expired. Let's log in again. Grant myself access. There we go. Okay, so it's already set to go. And I did find this also, which I didn't know originally. Config Omni. Your config goes in your home directory config. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? We're just playing around with stuff. Is that font big enough? Hopefully. I don't want to make it gigantic, so if there's a table or something. So we're going to start with Omni control, just what we see on the help output here. This is get is kind of read only. I'm sure what I generally want to see. Good size for desktops, probably terrible for someone on a phone. But if you're watching this on a phone, I'm sorry. I need to be able to read it too. And so we have cluster subcommands. What's under that? Control cluster. Delete Kubernetes machine commands. That's interesting. Machine related commands status. Let's try status. I assume I need a cluster name. Yep. Cluster name is going to be Talos default. Let's see what that shows us. Cool. So we have a healthy cluster here with a Kubernetes upgrade done, Talos upgrade, control plane, load balancer, all that stuff is ready to go. I think my cluster might have an update available. That's actually what I wanted to check. I do have a Kubernetes update available. I don't have a Talos version available, but I have Kubernetes. So let's see if we can perform an upgrade. And what was our commands here? We have template, status machine, or delete. Do I have a cluster? So this was a, no, wasn't there another? There's a Kubernetes, cluster Kubernetes. Upgrade pre-checks. Okay, what does that do? Upgrade pre-checks. Let's get this up here for you. What do we got? And then just cluster name. Talos defaults. Defaults. Oh. Required flags 2. Oh, to what version I'm going to go to 1.29. 1. I think that's what the upgrade is. 129.1. Is that correct? Oops, I should spell 2. Probably needs 2 dashes. Nothing. I don't know if that's correct or not. It did a thing, I think. I mean, at least the exit code was 0. So maybe that's good. Do I have a 2? What's a 5? I don't think 5 doesn't exist yet, but I'm getting zeros on all of them. Isn't 8 a silver? Let's do 2.0. Okay. That's something. I do get an error on that. What am I? Oh, I'm on 1 and 2 is available. Can I go down? Can I downgrade? That doesn't say anything. So I don't know about that. I don't know if this 2 is what I could go to. 1 is what I'm at, and I get no outputs on it. So I'm not sure if that's what that's doing. What was the other? Cluster K help. Manifest sync. Sync Kubernetes boot manifest from control plane. Okay. I don't have any of that currently set. What was under apply? This is just going to apply what? Some resource. So if I do omnictl get, I think it was RD is the, there we go. That's what I was looking for. This is one that I learned today. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I wanted to see what these resource definitions were. So omnictl, you can get all of these things. And to some degree, I'm assuming apply them as well. So if I have a YAML file, I can make changes here and change that. So if I look at cluster machines, or cluster machine identities, let's see what that does. Get cluster machines. Oh, my clipboard's broken. That's such a pain. I switched from Wayland to X today, and now something broke. Cluster machines, clusters is just cluster machines. I'm looking for the short here. Okay, so we got CM and CMI. Those are the aliases there, so I don't have to type the whole thing. So get CM, that's my one machine. Oh, but why does my thing have to break today? 4C. Let's do let's get some completion working. That should work. No, it didn't work. That works. Now it's just doing files. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, 4C. That's probably not going to work. Nope. Why? Okay, so that's, if I don't have a clipboard, this is really going to be a mess. Wait, I know an idea. I was able to do it not from, there we go. The keyboard shortcuts aren't working. I don't know. YAML. Cool. So we have this cluster machine identity, owner cluster set status controller. Don't know what that means. It's running. I got some labels here: machine sets, control planes, annotations, finalizers. Okay. Omnictl get CMI, I think is what it was called. Cluster machine identity. I don't know if that's going to be any different. Copy, paste. It's definitely different. This is just the cluster. Still shows it's running. Okay. Let's go back into this. Machines destroyed, machine sets, machine statuses. Let's do that. MS. Statuses. Are there two? There must be two aliases for MS. Unless I did that wrong, which is very possible. Get machine statuses. Oh, this is annoying to paste every time. Okay, here's some more information. So we have it still running. This is all the labels we see in Omni itself, I bet. So when I go into my machines, these are all these labels here. Storage 250, platform metal, CPU Intel. Yeah, that looks right. And here's my spec. Talos version. Oh, that even gets like the what the vendor of your RAM is or brand. That's great. Hard drives. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Host name. So machine status's network host name. Give me the short, not the long UUID. So if I want to get all of my machine statuses or my machines by name, there should be a label output or a selector. I don't want a selector. Output table. Okay, it doesn't look like I have a way to set columns on my output. Like Cube Control gives me a way to set outputs, JSON, custom columns. And then you can set different things based on that. I don't think this is going to give me the same. This is just, JSON path. But that's not going to be right, is it? JSON path equals, this is probably, what was it? Spec network host name? No. Do I have to, no. JSON path. Spec network host name. Maybe I'm doing that wrong. How does that work? Because they have a JSON path here. Let's look up what theirs says. Cube control JSON path. Oh, I need to have curly braces, maybe? They don't set anything here. Hey, that worked. It's not doing an extra column, but at least I know. Oh, can I do? What would I actually want here? I generally want that to be machine status, and then it would be a separate thing. Now let's look for cluster, and that's just cluster. Okay, spec cluster, because that would be really nice to have. Let's put it first. Spec cluster. Does that work? It's too. No. I forget how to see. I don't want the. Oh, I need a tab. I have to do that. I bet middle click works, doesn't it? Nope. I wonder how to remove. I'm getting a new line by default, obviously. Okay, but at least that gives me something. So what was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was looking to see how to upgrade this cluster. I'm gonna sit down. I want to update the cluster and see, because then at that point I can see like a task. I can do some other things, and we want to see how that works. Get RD. Let's go back to this. Is there a Talos extension? Talos upgrade statuses, but that's for the OS. Is there a cluster secrets configs? Can I edit my cluster? Cluster should be Talos defaults. YAML. I bet there's got to be a Kubernetes version here, right? Don't tell me. Is it as easy? If this is this easy, it's gonna be fun. Get edit. Oh, there's no edit command. Sorry, you probably can't see that. I'm blocking it. Can I move myself? How do I go to the other corner? Got it. No, I want to go over there. Aha. That's weird that how do I make myself the only presenter? One person. There we go. There we go. I don't know if it shows up for you. Save. Right. Solo. Sure. There we go. Wait, now go. There we go. I think that fixed it. Now you should be able to see all the text. Sorry about that. Thank you, StreamYard. StreamYard's editing capabilities are pretty sweet. Okay, so there's no edit command. So I can't edit it directly. What's under config? Add context. Oh no, that's just for the local config file. That's not going to be machine. Get logs for machine. How does that work? Machine logs. Do I need a machine ID? Is that, I'm assuming that's not the name. Like if I go, oh, now this is, my alt tab is behind my camera. It's always fun. This can't be it, right? This is my logs. I can see. Oops. I'm guessing this isn't going to work, especially if I put it on the next line. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't work. Actually, I just noticed something that's kind of cool. That looks like the machine in the URL. I like that. Let's see if that works. Does that work? Ah, paste. Oh, apparently middle click doesn't work. Okay, that does work. I like that. That's in the URL. That's nice. Do I have a follow probably? Yeah, okay. So I have F for follow, format string, defaults raw. What is it? Omni display to display. Default is display in raw format. Lines of log file to display. What is log for Omni? What does that mean? Oh, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Okay. What is the other one? Dmessage? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you get the timestamps. That's kind of cool because the raw output, the defaults raw doesn't give me that. Cool. Oh, it's parsing it. Right? Because it's all JSON here because I could pipe that to JQ. Oh, so it's parsing that initial. I see. Oh, that's cool. Here's my tiny pilot. That got plugged in. My last kernel message. Okay, so that's neat. So you can get the, which is weird that raw is not raw. Like dmessage is the raw. But I have no idea what Omni's supposed to do, but it doesn't work right now, so that's fine. Okay. And I like that that's in the URL. What was that? What am I doing? I'm trying to upgrade this thing. Okay. Machine logs, service accounts, Talos config, get download. You gonna download it from here? No. Okay, that's cool. You just gotta grab the ISO, download command, AWS, Pi4. Wow. That's neat because you have a custom ISO for your Omni cluster, so you can download it directly from that. Print the Pixie URL and exit. Oh, cool. Okay, that's my next the next thing I want to try is the Pixie URL for probably not today, but my next stream. What else what were we doing? That's not local config. Completion didn't complete for me. I should print CSH. Why doesn't that work? Now it works. There we go. Create. No, because that needs a file. So it's got to be something with cluster. Delete Kubernetes machine status template. And this is all. Okay, so C is that. K is that. Manifest sync. And that's pre-flight checks. How do I upgrade this locally? Nope, that's not. It's got to be somewhere else. It's not going to be machine logs. What about if we look at, I don't want to click it in case it just does it because I don't remember if it gives me a prompt. I thought it prompts me for what version to control black, configure storage. Description, patch level, cluster. Where's the Omni, what's it called? control plane schedule. There it is. There we go. I want to patch that. Save. Because now I should have a patch, and I do want to see that. Is there go up? Cluster machine config patches. These are CPSs. Ah, see, we got another conflict. Even CPSs. We gotta clean up those. Get machine config patches. Let's see what it says. Or not machine config patches, just config patches. There we go. What? There's two. Oh. Did I have one before? I must have. Did I do that somewhere else? Paste. Same. It's created. That is not today. So this was a week ago. So I'm guessing my 500. I'm also assuming they're named 400, 500. They're just going to be put in order of when I create them. Paste. Yeah, schedule work. That's the one I just made. Okay. The ID is still different. So let's do omnictl delete patches. Paste. Okay. So apparently I already had it. So I guess we don't need it. But I still want to upgrade you. Ready? Last backup. Never. WireGuard. etcd. Cluster. Scaling. Update Talos. Okay, so I do know I get the menu here. Can I go backwards? What? No, I can go backwards one version. Okay. I still have not figured out. Can I? Okay, this is my guess. Here's my next guess. We are going to apply the cluster. So cluster. Let's go in my temp directory. Talos. And let's update it here. Let's see what this does. 2. Lazy Vim, you need to stop popping up. I'm about to uninstall you because you are driving me crazy. Omnictl apply Talos defaults. Okay. Oh, look at that. I got the arrow. It's doing an upgrade. So now it's a task. I forget what it's called. Not talk. Task. Ongoing tasks. Control get ongoing task. Come on, please. I want to see this work. Ongoing tasks or ongoing tasks. Yeah, it's plural. Ongoing task is also an alias for it, though. None. Okay. This still looks like ongoing tasks is here. Updating cluster. But I don't have it. It doesn't show me if that's healthy or not. Kind of wish it would. It's not ready because my machine shut down. Oh, let's go back to, do you show anything? Are you still live? Yep, this is still live. The machine's still up. I didn't update the OS, so waiting for cluster to be ready. I still don't have any ongoing tasks. Maybe the alias is broken. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not. No, because it's shown namespace. So I would assume that this is going to get, like, is there a, no. Ongoing task, get ID, context, strings. Is there an upgrade? Talos upgrade version, Kubernetes upgrade statuses. Oh, that's not it. Kubernetes upgrade statuses. Copy. Paste. Oh, hey, there we go. Is this what I want? Talos defaults. Created, running, version 6. Oh, updating controller manager. Okay. Last upgrade version, current upgrade version. Waiting for a restart. Okay. So it's a Kubernetes upgrade status. Devin, I finally migrated to Talos in my home lab. I am part of the home ops herd. Welcome to the herd. It's good to have you. Okay, so I don't know why it's not an ongoing task, but it's a Kubernetes upgrade task because it shows ongoing task here. I think it's already done, isn't it? Whoops, that's not what I want. Don't delete cluster. It's not ready still. Oh, now it is. If you never used Vidi before, it's real good. It's like Watch, but cooler. It's like a hipster watch. Talos is the best home lab OS. Agreed. This is version 31 running, waiting for cluster to be ready still. It's still not ready here. And I'm assuming that's what I get here. Waiting for cluster to be ready. Yep. So when that goes, let's jump over here. Talos defaults cluster here. It's K9S. It's like a, I mean, it's a watch, like watch works, but you don't get like the fancy titles here, and your command is sometimes not as good. So yeah, it's very, so this shows we're at 129.2. So the spec here, because this is what I applied this spec, and the spec is automatically updated, but I would assume there'd be a status like down here, like a normal Kubernetes object. And I don't see it. So what else do we get? I'm still waiting for current upgrade version, last upgrade. Wait, no. I'm waiting for this to turn ready. We're just gonna watch that. Oh, did it? What just changed? It moved. Updating kubelet. There you are. That just changed. So the control plane did upgrade somewhere. Still not ready. Oh, waiting for restart. Oh, did it? Does that mean this is restarting? This is the whole machine restarting? No. Still probably just the control plane. I see your download here. You got these How do I? Can I change the video on this? I think I can. Video settings. Oh, but I can't set like a, I don't think I can set a resolution because the right is off screen and I don't know why. I bet if I reboot the box, it would be fine because I switched HDMI inputs. Oh, and now it's all running. Okay. Current upgrade version. Okay, so this disappears, my status disappears, and my step disappears. That's just my upgrade status exists, but it's not doing anything. Good to know. But if I have ongoing tasks, that's still nothing, I assume. Yeah, I still have 0 ongoing tasks there. So that's a bit confusing. Okay, now let's see. Can I downgrade it? Image pull requests, features config? What is that? Oh, I thought paste just worked. And I realized it did not. What are you? What do you have? etcd backup settings. Okay. Enable workload proxying true. That's this setting, but it's off. Workload service proxying. I'm a bit confused. This isn't associated with my cluster in any way. I don't see anything in here that says this is part of that cluster. It's running, but I don't know. Tick interval, min interval, max, and this is for etcd. So if I had etcd control plane backups here, I can configure them to go somewhere that would probably activate. What if I turn that on? That's it. Well, I want something else. Tell me you're working. But this is just the feature config. I bet if I go back to my my cluster YAML outputs, then it would show me actually what it has. Let's see here. Enable proxy workload proxying, and I do not remember if my enable workload proxying was false. So that was the spec I had when I applied the upgrade, and now it's true. My disk encryption's false. Wait, can I just turn that on? What does that do? Let's see. I don't know what that will that reinstall Talos with an encrypted disk? Okay, we gotta try this now. Talos default YAML. Let's leave that true because it's true live now. How do I disable lazy vim from showing me these pop-ups? This is really annoying. It's all stack traces from Lua, and I don't know why. Okay. Omni control apply. Talos default. Where does that show me anywhere in here that my disk encryption is off? Let's see if I can find it first. Bytes received, created at block device, but I don't see anything. My Luna snips are broken. I mean, I know it's built on Lua, but I don't know how to fix that. Like I just followed the instructions to install it. So now I need to figure out. why they're broken. Config patches. There's no patches for the machine. Is there, and if I just show cluster nodes, this is the same. Okay, so let's just apply it and see what happens. Aha. Updating disk encryption is not allowed. Okay. Good. Like I was afraid I was going to just like reinstall the OS. Interesting that, oh, you know why? I bet when I go home, download installation media, I thought there was a disk encryption option. Oh, this is broken because I can't see it unless I'm zoomed out further. So how do I, is that a flag? Talos disk encryption. So here's a patch. Encryption keys. Key rotation. Oh, going from unencrypted to encrypted device first. You can do that? There's no place. Oh. Okay, yeah. If you're trying to, how do I pixie boot Lewis snips? No idea. Sorry, Devin. Can't help you there. I need my Lewis snips just to work. Mode. As such, Microsoft needs an additional handling, especially around wiping partitions. Mode stage. Partition should be wiped after apply. Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that, but good to know. So, oh, the other thing I was going to do was see if I could downgrade. Put that back to false. I should be able to go back down to 1 because at least that's what the UI. If I get out of here, go to clusters, Talos defaults, update Kubernetes, I can go to 0. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Can I downgrade Talos? I can. So I can go down to 0 on that as well. Wait. Talos version 0. A NeoVim Talos system extension. What would it do? I would like to know what that feature would do. Downgrade Talos is a great band name. But what kind of music do they play? Is it metal? Sorry, that was bad. I won't make any more jokes. So what did we decide was the get RD? Because I should have like a Talos. There was a Kubernetes update version and Swedish folk metal. All right, I'm in. I'll put a PR in for it. Or I guess I should say PR is welcome. What happened? Omni. Oh, there it goes. There's a Talos configs, upgrade statuses. That's probably what I want. Copy. And let's Talos default OYAML. It's version 2. So I changed something probably, or unless I upgraded this before. I don't remember if I did. Let's go. Are you doing anything? Oh, look at it's shutting down. All of my processes are going away. Oh, there it goes. So it's going to reboot. And here I have that current machine, updating machine 1 of 1 from 6.4 to 6.0. Okay. Let's watch this. No signal. And this is why I wanted the tiny pilot, because I can actually watch this thing and not have to try to input it to my. It's the KVMs are nice. This is what they're for. Oh, and now it should be rebooting with HDMI plugged in and not switching it, which is what I did last time, which is probably why the resolution was messed up. So I'm turning around to look at my monitor, but it's not plugged into a monitor, so it doesn't matter. What else should we do? Is there anything else with omnictl? Oh, okay, and this shows my Kubernetes update and my Talos update. So, but obviously my Kubernetes update isn't going to do anything. There's my screen, which is also like, because it's more full now because it had a cutoff down here. Kubernetes upgrade statuses. And that shows the same if I do Am I back? I was off. I have no idea. I had no idea if like my internet just went out. Share screen. Let's pull this in. Okay, so we're doing our upgrade, but I literally have no idea what just happened. View on YouTube. Is this are we Okay, yeah. Welcome back. I'm sorry. I'm echoing now because I hear myself. Uh, yeah, no idea why my internet just cut out for 2 minutes there. That was really fun. But we're doing our upgrade. Literally, like, Omni stopped responding. I was just, like, sitting here. I'm like, I'm offline, and now I don't know what to do with myself. We're getting this machine booting, but it also is offline or was offline while it was booting. Can I restart this? I don't think I can restart the box. Wait. I know. Uh, Action, keyword shortcut, control delete. Send it. Send it. Reboot. I don't want to turn around. No, it's not going to work. Interesting. Because this power only powers off the thing. Okay. I do need to self-host Omni, and don't worry, that's coming. We're gonna have it source available, home lab friendly, self-host Omni. So we're gonna get there. It's just not there quite yet. Oh, it's going to be there. We go. So there's my partition, 6.4 to 6.0. If the stream goes down, I'm sorry. Devin, I'm assuming you're happy about um, self-hosted Omni version. Reserved. Is that a panic? No. There it goes. There's my video. Yeah, we will be open sourcing Omni in a source available license. It's not a fully open source like MIT type license because this is the way the company or a subscription service of this sort is how we want to be able to support actual paying customers. But also, I'm a home labber and I like doing it on my home lab too. So you set up Matchbox on Vios. What is VYOS to Pixie Bootstrap Talos? Okay, so we're up now. We're in the right version. Kubernetes is still 29.2. But where's my Talos version? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is, top corner. I can barely see it in that top corner. So if I go back to this current machine, oh, that's cool. So it rolls through and shows you the machines that it's on. I only have one machine in the cluster, so not a big deal. If I go back here, my Talos update is still going. If I cancel it now, I'm guessing it would reboot. we had, home ops have been dreaming about self-hosted Omni since its initial release. Yeah, I mean, it makes all this like the YAML, the declarative nature of Talos is great. But once you build like a UI that kind of gives you some of that niceties on top of it, and granted, you're welcome to do it on your own, and some people have, but this is what we built, and we think it's great. So yeah. I don't remember, Devin, exactly the license. It's probably BSL, but I don't remember for sure. So it's basically available to run for non-production use. So if you're, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know what that means for your house if you're making money off of something to host things at home. But yeah, no, we want it to be available. What's it? It's February now, so I'm assuming sometime like March. So hang tight. It is something we've been working on. So Let's see how this looks. Updating Kubernetes API server. So that's interesting that this still shows current machine doing an upgrade. This is running ready true. Everything's healthy. Okay. Don't worry, he'll ask us every stream. He'll ask me, that's fine. That's fair enough. Like I know for us it's a priority. So every time I get asked, I can relay that and say, hey, guess what? People want this. Just FYI, they still want it. I'm gonna wait for this to go healthy, and then I need to drop from stream to get ready for a hockey game. So we're still let's go to I just like this view. It's just very pretty. And now I can see the bottom of it too, which is nice. Which I also learned in messing with Omni. You can still run your Talos commands. Oh, this one I do need to export. Fig equals LOL fart. That's it. So in this case, we can see I can hit that node, which has this local IP address, but I don't need an endpoint. Oh, login. I don't need an endpoint because it's going through Omni, because the configuration here boots to Omni to give me the key, which is kind of nice. Oh, unless it doesn't load. There you go. I thought I got disconnected again. It's like, oh no. So I can still run my like Talos commands locally, but they do get proxied through Omni for authentication for users and whatnot. It doesn't actually like manage the node because Omni's now the manager of the node. So if I'm applying patches through Talos control, it's not going to. I don't know if it fails or if it just doesn't do. Best org name ever. I am a super serious businessman. And when I was making a demo account, I was like, well, what do we want to name it? And this is actually a holdout from my old manager at Disney Plus, who would name everything LOL fart. And and he was like a senior director at Disney. And I loved it. So that's what we came up with. And it's also just nice to occasionally, troll people without them. Like if you don't pay attention, you don't know it's there. And then all of a sudden you're passing that around to your VP and you're like, oh, LOL fart is what we're using here. Okay, so we're still waiting for cluster to be ready. And I think back here, updating API server still. Last update. How does it do? I want to know how it does database migrations. Oh, okay, cool. And now this shows me upgrade versions. So if I don't have a status here on this node anymore, it shows where I'm at and it shows me what I can upgrade to. So after this downgrades, I don't remember seeing 122 in my list of upgrade versions, but I'm sure it's there. It must be. Because this is now done. So if I go get machines, if I click for everything, I got to fix my paste. EML. I don't have a whole lot. Why does this label, like I don't want my IPv6 address. Management address. Does it go through IPv6? It can't. That can't be because my endpoint here is only 4. IPv4. So that's interesting. I wonder why that shows up. IPv6 is better. Sure, I'll give you that. But this feels like it's lying to me. Oh man, funny story. I tried so long to come up with a number leet speak because you could get IPv6 addresses. And while I worked at Disney, I wanted something like because Facebook has like Facebook. They have SACEB00C, I think. Like that's like in their IPv6 address. And so I wanted one for Disney too, and I could never think of one because you could request them from like just like give us this block, and put it somewhere in our hex, this address. But we never thought of anything. We never finished it. Current upgrade version. Were we on? We're still waiting. Oh, the scheduler's going. Okay, so the API server is done. Clusters. So I do want to figure out why that address shows an IPv6 address, though. I know I have it turned on for my house. We'll never actually need it, but yeah, cool either way. Doesn't look public. I wonder if this is a part of the WireGuard connection. No, but the WireGuard, and I don't know. A question I need to ask. Because I don't know why that would show that for the management address. Hey, there we go. And now we get our upgrade versions. Cube schedulers, static pods not ready. Now it should be ready. Perfect timing. List the interfaces. Let's go here. Is it network? List? No, that's directory. Netstat. Capture network. I don't know the Talos command for it. Machine config. It's got to be somewhere in omnictl, right? There's probably it's got to be in like machine status links. Oh, I didn't. Machine status links. This doesn't look right. Oh, YAML. Management address. There it is, 7888. Oh, wait. No, I want to get $7888. So it has something to do with this link here. Management address is the same. Does this show network links? Hardware address. That's my Intel NIC. Here's my addresses on it. So it picked none of these. None of these are the management. So this management address is not any in these network addresses. I don't know what that means. ID. But that's cool. That's another question to ask. So, but yeah, that's definitely my management address. I'm going to ask because I don't know where that comes from, and we'll figure it out. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm going to drop out of here. How do I go back to full? Oh, it doesn't go back. That's why. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, asking the questions. Check out Omni. Leave a comment if you have other things you want to know about, and we'll see you next time.